Here's my daddy, Professor MJ!
9 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. That's how the weekly NFL Lobster Bets have performed across the past 11 weeks. It seems like I've started my last 5 or 6 videos with the same comment. Last week's free picks did not fare very well, but the weekly Lobster Bet, the best wager of the week, was a winner. Let's recap quickly. First, the free plays generated a very poor 1-4 record. That was awful. Very sorry about that, guys. Now, unlike prior weeks where the weekly Lobster Bet cruised to an easy victory, this time we had a nail-biter. The final selection was the Philadelphia Eagles -2.5 through the first half of the game. We almost got burned by a missed extra point by Jake Elliott, but since the Eagles led 13-10 at halftime, we cashed our tickets. Incredibly enough, that raised our all-time record with the weekly NFL Lobster Bet to a mind-boggling 21-7-1 record. If you do the math, that corresponds to a 74% winning percentage. Are we crushing the bookies together or what? We also set a new all-time high with 126 people subscribing to this high-confidence betting tip. Can we make it 150 this week? If you wish to find out what is the absolute best bet of the week in the NFL on sides or totals, then simply follow the link below in the comments. It is highly recommended to sign up as early as possible so that you get the same betting line as I did, instead of risking of dealing with lines that have moved against you. Do not delay until later to act, my friend. Winners do not procrastinate. Now, this video will present 4 free picks for the Divisional Round in the NFL. Enjoy the show, amigo! Up first, the Bills will be traveling to Empower Field at Mile High to take on the Broncos. In this game, I am betting Buffalo +1. To me, this is a pretty good matchup for Sean McDermott's squad. Why? Let me explain. First, the Broncos have a great shutdown corner with Patrick Surtain. He turns out to be more valuable when Denver faces a team with a clear #1 wide receiver. But that's not Buffalo's case. In fact, Josh Allen prefers to spread the ball around, so Surtain's impact will be more limited. Also, the Bills are known for being quite bad at defending the run, but Denver is not that good in that area. They finished the season in 16th place in terms of rushing yards per game. And what makes matters worse is the fact that J.K. Dobbins is injured, which leaves rookie R.J. Harvey as the starting running back. He has been okay so far, but nothing more. Moreover, Bo Nix led the NFL with 80 completions out of the pocket. This is where he loves to do some damage. However, Buffalo's defense finished #1 in the NFL defending passes out of the pocket. Speaking of Nix, which version of him are we going to see this weekend? He is a streaky quarterback who can get hot or cold quite fast. He has just 1 career playoff game under his belt. On the other hand, we know what to expect from Josh Allen. Despite his ordinary career playoff record, he was clearly not responsible for the pass losses. In 14 postseason games, he has thrown 26 TD passes versus just 4 interceptions, while adding 9 touchdowns on the ground. We have also observed some improvement from Buffalo's defense recently. In their past 4 games, they have surrendered 24, 8, 13, and 20 points. Not too bad. Granted, I am worried about a few things. Denver is coming off a bye week, whereas the Bills had to play last Sunday. That means the Broncos will have much fresher legs. Also, Denver will be looking to avenge last year's elimination against those same Bills. In that game, Buffalo smashed them in the mouth following a crushing 31-7 victory. The Bills dominated time of possession 42 minutes to 18. They used a balanced attack and they spread the ball around all game long. A couple of stats also make me worry. Sean Payton owns a perfect 4-0 record off a bye in the playoffs, and the Broncos went 8-1 at home this year. Still, I believe the Bills will take one step closer to the Super Bowl by beating the Broncos in Denver. That's my final prediction in this key AFC matchup.
Yes.
On Saturday night, we have a nice NFC West battle between the 49ers and the Seahawks. Personally, I am rolling with Seattle -7. Teams favored by 7 points or more in the Divisional Round have posted an awesome 20-4 record straight up since 2014. At some point, the injuries will have to bite the 49ers. I think it's going to happen this weekend. I cannot praise Kyle Shanahan enough for the incredible job he's done despite the numerous injuries to key players. Beating the defending Super Bowl champions on the road last week was a huge accomplishment, especially with none of the starting linebackers on the field and after losing George Kittle early in the contest. Unfortunately, I believe it will all come crashing down on Saturday against a well-rested Seattle team. Losing Kittle hurts a lot. DeMarcus Robinson stepped up his game by grabbing 6 balls for 111 yards, but I don't trust him so much. During the regular season, he obtained 22 receptions. Last year, he got 31, and the year before, just 26. He's not a dangerous weapon. Last week, the 49ers took advantage of a few big plays that made the difference. And Philadelphia's dysfunctional offense could not take advantage of their suspect linebacker group, but I think Seattle will. The X factor is Sam Darnold, though. Can he win big games? That remains to be seen. While Brock Purdy and Kyle Shanahan have the experience of making it to the Super Bowl, Darnold will be playing just his second playoff game, while Mike McDonald will be coaching his first postseason game. Still, Seattle is healthy, they are well rested, they are at home, and the Niners are very depleted. I've got to side with the Seahawks to cruise to an easy victory, so I am placing a wager on Seattle laying 7 points. What is the best bet to make in the Houston versus New England matchup? My personal choice is to go with the Patriots first half money line. Houston loses 1 day of rest after playing last Monday. Also, they will be on the road for the 3rd time in 4 weeks. Indeed, they traveled to Los Angeles before going back home, and then they went to Pittsburgh and now New England. Meanwhile, the Pats will be at home for the 3rd straight week. I also like the fact that New England will be looking to avenge a 41-21 defeat suffered at home last year in Week 6. This game marked Drake May's first career start. In that game, May racked up 243 passing yards, 3 TDs, 2 interceptions, 1 fumble lost, while carrying the ball 5 times for 38 yards. He had no help from his running game, who rushed the ball for 21 times for 44 yards only. Another key factor here is the weather. Right now, we are projecting 35 degrees Fahrenheit or 3 degrees Celsius. Houston's offense was sloppy last week in Pittsburgh, including 5 fumbles by CJ Stroud. The Steelers could not make them pay with their weak offense, but the Patriots will. New England's defense stifled the Chargers all day long. Mike Vrabel confused Justin Herbert numerous times. so he is likely to succeed again against CJ Stroud, whom I trust less than Herbert. Also, did you know that Houston has failed to exceed 20 points scored in any road game this year? I know their defense is stout, but if they only score 17 points, for instance, then the Patriots are very likely to get the W. Star wide receiver Nico Collins has a short week to clear the league's concussion protocol, so he seems on the wrong side of questionable right now. He is by far their best wideout. Here's another interesting trend. Teams coming off a Monday game are 0-4 in the divisional round over the past 3 years. Under this setting, it does not bode well for the Texans. If you wish to take the Patriots full game moneyline or full game spread, that's fine to me. But personally, I see more value with the first half moneyline. That's my final pick in the Texans-Patriots contest. The Rams will travel to the Midwest to take on the Bears at Soldier Field. After doing my due diligence, I've decided to back Chicago +4. In terms of net yards per play, the Rams occupy the second spot in the league versus 21st for the Bears. And yet, Chicago keeps finding ways to win despite ordinary metrics. I believe they will beat the spread once again this week. Sean McVay's team will be on the road for the 6th time in 8 weeks, which means they've had a lot of traveling to do. Meanwhile, the Bears are going to be at home for the 3rd consecutive week. That's a big difference. Another vital element is the weather. It's going to be super cold in Chicago Sunday night. The boys from Los Angeles won't enjoy it too much. Last year in the cold at Philadelphia, LA's wide receivers dropped multiple passes, so they were clearly affected by the weather. The Rams grinded out a tough win in Carolina last week. Matthew Stafford struggled at times, but he delivered when needed. Still, the Rams are not nearly as good on the road as they are at home. They are 6-4 on the road compared to 7-1 at home. I find it unlikely that LA is going to prevail by a margin of at least 5 points on the road in the cold. Sure, the Rams are loaded on offense, but so are the Bears. They have a great duo in the backfield with DeAndre Swift and Kyle Monangai. Their offensive line is quite good as well. The receiving targets are superb with DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, Luther Burden, and Colston Loveland. During the last 3 meetings between these two clubs in Chicago, the Bears went 3-0, both straight up and against the spread. For all of these reasons, I am betting Chicago +4 against the Rams. To me, they are either going to win the game outright or lose by a tight margin. Are you ready to smash your bookies? That's the #1 goal of my weekly NFL Lobster Bet. We're talking about the absolute best bet of the week on sides or totals. The play in question has not been mentioned in this video, but you can find out what it is by subscribing to a special package whose link is below. Remember that we own a fantastic 21-7-1 record since the very beginning. Join our group of elite smart sports investors who sign up for this high confidence pick week in and week out. Just follow the link in the comments below to invest in your long-term success. I'm Professor MJ, holder of a PhD in statistics and bookie crusher since 1999. It will be a pleasure to beat the bookies with you again this week.